You've heard of Pizza Rat, now get ready for Pizza Compy! Season 2 of Camp Cretaceous came out today, and I watched all of it, and I liked it. This isn't going to be too much of a review, more of like, I guess, a quick thoughts on what I thought about the season. I did do a review of the first season of Camp Cretaceous last year when it came out, so just a fair warning, if you haven't seen the first season, I will go over some spoilers from that season. I'll try to avoid some of the major stuff that happens in Season 2 until the end of the video. As I said in my original Camp Cretaceous video, I'm a big fan of Jurassic Park and I've always wanted a Jurassic Park cartoon. And the first season of the show actually surprised me in that it was better than I expected. And Season 2, while it's still pretty good, I don't think it had the same impact that Season 1 had on me. Season 1 was more about following these kids and seeing what happens when the park goes wrong in the first Jurassic World. For this season, it's following them trying to survive while they're stuck on the island, and the difficulties they face when trying to find food, water, and shelter. There's still a lot of dinosaurs in this, but not as quite as many of the attacks that they had in the first season. But Season 2 does still have some surprises with what happens with the dinosaurs. And while the Carnotaurus was sort of a mainstay in the first season, in this second season, it's this trio of baryonyx. And we also get to see the T-Rex for a little bit. I do still like the dynamic of the characters with their different personalities. While Season 1 was just sort of establishing their personalities, this one sort of meshes their different personalities together and see like who gets along with who. Though they have all sort of become a family together because they've survived together. I do still think these kid characters in Camp Cretaceous are better than a lot of the kid characters we've had in the movies. And that's most likely because we've spent more time with these characters than the other ones. The look of the show I still really like. The dinosaurs especially look really good. The only problem I have with the visuals is that sometimes when it gets closer to the ground, you can see how cheap the grass kind of looks, though that's sort of an outlier with everything else. Okay, now I'm going to get into some spoiler territory, so here's your fair warning. If you have seen the end of Season 1, you know that Ben fell off the monorail and actually survived. There is one episode in this season that shows how he survived, and he's with Bumpy, which is the Ankylosaurus that they took in. I thought that episode was really cute with him just trying to figure out how to survive with this dinosaur. And then we found out in this season that dinosaurs are not the only threat, because they come across some other humans which end up being big game hunters. They had heard about Isla Nublar and what went down with Jurassic World, so they came here because they thought nobody was there. But the kids come across them and there's a conflict there. They're eventually able to drive them off, but there's also another teaser at the end of the season of something that has been let loose, I guess. Because one thing they were looking for in this season is a way to communicate with the outside world. And they come across a backup generator, and they mess with it, and it seems like something is going to be thawing, which looks like some kind of dinosaur. Maybe it might be the Indoraptor or something. Though I don't know if the Indoraptor is actually on the island, or if that's in, like, Dr. Wu's lab somewhere off-site. It could be something completely different. So whatever dinosaur that is that we saw that was, like, sort of frozen, it might be something else. So for the end of this season, they are still stuck on the island. I am really enjoying this cartoon. Like I said, I've always wanted a Jurassic Park cartoon, and it seems like they might do one more season, or a couple more seasons before they get to the events of Fallen Kingdom, since I know this show is going to tie into that as well as the upcoming Dominion next year. Also, this season gave us Pizza Compy, so that's great. So if you have seen Camp Cretaceous Season 2, tell me down in the comments, and I'll see you next time. Bye.